The fire crackled gently, sending soft sparks drifting into the cool night air. Shadows danced across the trees, and the warmth of the flames wrapped around like a blanket. It's the kind of night where stories rise as easily as smoke, curling upward toward the stars. Long ago, in a valley nestled between two sleeping mountains, there lived a quiet musician. She carried no instrument, only a small wooden flute carved from a single piece of river willow. What made this flute so peculiar was not its simple design, but the music it played. It was said that its melodies could travel on the wind, reaching those who needed to hear them most. The villagers in the nearby hamlet often spoke of the musician in hushed, curious tones. Some whispered that the flute was a gift from the spirit of the river, imbued with the water's ancient, soothing song. Others believed it was carved from a branch of the very first tree, and that it held the memory of the world's first dawn. But the musician herself never revealed its origins. She would simply offer a gentle smile, place the flute to her lips, and let the music speak for her. What made the flute so special was not just the beauty of its sound, but that its melody always seemed to arrive when a heart was most troubled. There's a tale of a farmer whose fields had dried under a relentless sun. The earth cracked, the crops withered, and despair settled over him like a heavy shroud. One evening, as he sat watching the last light fade, a soft, hopeful melody drifted across the barren land. He followed the sound, not with his feet, but with his spirit. The music seemed to whisper of patience and resilience, and as he listened, a gentle rain began to fall, soft and slow, quenching the thirsty ground. Another story tells of a young girl who felt lost and alone in the bustling village. The sounds of the market were a cacophony of noise, and every face seemed a stranger's. She hid herself away in a small, forgotten alley, tears blurring her vision. Just then, a clear, sweet note floated above the din, a single thread of tranquility. The tune was simple, yet it spoke of belonging and kindness. She looked up, and through her tears, she saw another child offering a small, carved toy, a silent invitation to play. It wasn't always a grand miracle. Sometimes the flute's song was just a quiet comfort. It was the tune that lulled a fretful baby to sleep when nothing else would. It was the melody that calmed a nervous traveler on the eve of a long journey, reminding him of the peace of home. The music didn't solve every problem, but it always offered a moment of stillness, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is harmony to be found. The legend says the musician never stayed in one place for long. She would wander through valleys and over hills, her soft music trailing behind her like a silken ribbon. She sought nothing for herself, no gold, no fame, only a quiet place to play. And in return, the world seemed to listen, finding a small measure of peace in her songs. As the years passed, the musician became a whisper, a folktale told by parents to their children. But they say the flute's music never truly faded. Even now, if you listen closely on a quiet night, when the world is hushed and still, you might just hear a faint, gentle melody carried on the breeze. It's a song of rest, a lullaby for a weary soul, a reminder that peace is always near. Perhaps it's just the wind sighing through the trees, or perhaps it's the river flute, still playing its song for anyone who needs to hear it. A song that says it's time to rest, to let go of your worries, and to drift softly into sleep. The notes fade, leaving only the sound of the crackling fire and the deep, peaceful silence of the night.